Back in the book segment tonight, did you see that? Juliet Huddy off tonight, but joining us from Los Angeles, the always effervescent Leslie Marshall. Now, Leslie, as you know, Leslie, your guy, Al Gore, who you once dated, I understand, way back.
No,
all right?
no.
He's getting pounded, Gore is, in the court of public opinion, selling his loony far-left cable network to Al Jazeera.
What country is the origin of Al Jazeera? And that's a
gas and oil.
Gas and oil. So you're selling this television network to a gas and oil supported emirate. That's not an emirate, it's an independent country.
One of the emirates, it's independent, and the closest ally of the U.S. and in the Arab world, right, our fleet is there.
Isn't that one of the problems with the global warming, our dependence on the petroleum-producing countries?
Yes, it is, and they have...
So you, Al Gore, are doing business with this country that's enabling your ultimate foe, climate change.
I think I understand what you're getting at, Dave, but I disagree with it.
Well, it looks like Al had a few celebratory dinners after that deal. All right, Leslie, I'm Al Gore right here. I have just morphed and put on about 100 pounds.
Okay.
I want you, Leslie Marshall, a former giant fan of me, Al Gore, to address me about this issue.
Oh, they didn't tell you you're doing it like this. All right. Okay, Al, I've got to say, Mr. Gore, I think it is a bit hypocritical for you to sell to Al Jazeera, which is based in Qatar, that makes its money and certainly is the land of oil and gas. However, I do commend you, especially after Superstorm Sandy, for standing out in front of global warming. When you were pounding your chest and you were talking about an inconvenient truth, we in America, many even on the left, were deaf to your cries that we heed the warnings of global warming.
So Hurricane Sandy was caused by global warming?
Mr. Gore.
What you're telling me is, you're telling me, Al Gore, that Hurricane Sandy was caused by global warming?
I think there are scientists and many that feel
there are scientists. I thought that you, Leslie Marshall,
climate change. I do believe what the scientists say. Yes, they're far smarter than I am on this issue.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have a name of a scientist who will say on this program tomorrow, Sandy was caused by global warming? Do you have a name? One name. No, you don't.
I'll get a name for you,
now,
yes. But I can tell you that Chris Christie isn't going to say Obama is great after Superstorm Sandy, or that Mayor Bloomberg's going to say that we need to address climate change, and others on the right.
Leslie, we're getting away from the issue, and Al Gore, me, is confused. So let's have Matt Lauer refocus. Go.
The critics jumped, and they said, here's the guy who just sold current TV to Al Jazeera, which gets an undetermined amount of funding from the country of Qatar, which gets its money from oil reserves. Isn't there a contradiction in that?
I certainly understand that criticism. I disagree with it, because I think Al Jazeera has obviously long since established itself as a really distinguished and effective news-gathering organization. And by the way, its climate coverage has been far more extensive and of high quality than any of the networks there. But if they get funding
from a country that bases its wealth on fossil fuels, and fossil fuels are the enemy you target in climate change, isn't there a bit of hypocrisy in that?
Well, I get the criticism. I just disagree with it, because this network has established itself.
I mean, weak doesn't even describe it, but Letterman and Lauer could have knocked them out. They rattled them, and I give credit to Dave and Matt for doing it, because you know they like them, just like you, Leslie. I don't think they probably like them as much as you do, but they like them. But you could have knocked Gore out, which is why he's not going to sit here and promote his dopey book, by saying, hey, don't give me any of this Al Jazeera business. They threw a party for a man who bashed a little girl's head in with a rifle. They threw a party, Al Jazeera, for that, just that alone disqualifies any decent human being from doing business with Al Jazeera. Period. End of discussion. Last word, Leslie.
Okay. I cannot disagree with you regarding the birthday party and what happened to that little girl. That is horrific. But I can say that we as a nation have made enemies and allies back and forth with people in the past like bin Laden and Gaddafi, both terrorists, and that we as Americans are hypocrites in a sense every time we buy an iPhone because we're buying it from a communist country that has human rights violations. So I think there's a fine line between politics and business, and I think that Al Gore is being skewered for the sale.
Here's my prediction. No one will buy Gore's book. It will be a tremendous flop.
Oh, I disagree.
Okay, Leslie, you're on dinner. Dinner at what some swell restaurant in Beverly Hills is going to cost you a couple $100. I say Gore doesn't sell 20,000 copies of that dopey book. Are we on?
It's a deal. You're coming here March 1st,
yeah,
right? Okay, we're on TV. You're going to buy me dinner? Okay,
yeah,
you're going to buy me dinner.
Leslie,
I'll find a good place in Beverly Hills.
Go to the bank.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm going to be hungry.
And so am I, Leslie. Believe me. Every appetizer I'm ordering. In a moment, factor tip of the day. What you